guys! So today I'm going to be doing a short-ish video on Johnston Canyon, which is in Banff, Canada. Fritz here is going to help me out because the birdies are being rather loud today, and this is the only way I can get her to not be screaming in the back. You can hear my other one. She's angry, but she doesn't want to sit on my shoulder this morning. So she's just gonna sit there and squawk. Now, Banff has dozens of beautiful hiking trails, but in the wintertime, when the snow falls heavy, most of them do become rather impossible to get to, but some remain, and one of the most popular is Johnston Canyon. Johnston Canyon is about a 20-minute drive from Banff. The drive itself is beautiful. It's super easy to find, especially if you just punch in the directions on your GPS or Google Maps or, you know, an actual map, I guess. Whatever you use nowadays. The thing you'll notice right away though is that it is a pretty busy place. The reason for this is because it's really well known and it's free. Who doesn't like free things? I love free things. And because it's a hike that most anyone can do. Most of the paths are flat or flat-ish with a couple steeper parts, so you'll find families of younger and older alike wandering the trails and enjoying the views. There are actually 3 different destinations you can choose depending on your vigor for the day. There's 2 waterfalls. There's a lower one, which is pretty much easy and flat the entire time. Waterfall where you do have to get a little bit steeper, and some parts you do kind of have to cling to the railing. If you're lucky, you might spot an ice climber making their way up those frozen waterfalls. We unfortunately weren't able to see them. We went a little bit too late in the day, but we did catch them on their way back. As you can see, Ellie has now come join me. She's being rather loud today. Wanted some attention. Yes, you're here now. You can stop. And Fritz is sitting nicely over there. And then there is another trail that goes 3 kilometers further than the upper waterfalls, and they go to these ink pots, which apparently are in a big meadow. We didn't actually get to go see them because it adds about 2 hours onto your hike, and it's really difficult in the winter, and you can't really see them anyway because they're covered in snow. So I heard, I could be wrong about that. And though the ice is beautiful to look at, and for some people it's entertaining to climb, it's not so fun when it freezes the path. Or maybe it is fun. And I highly recommend wearing a pair of boots with really good tread on them. Or bring some crampons with you. You can bring your own, or you can buy/rent some in town. There's many places in town where you can get them. I think we rented ours for about $10 for the afternoon each, which was definitely worth not breaking any bones. My other half, Logan, decided to take them off with about, I don't know, like 5 minutes left of the trail before we were back to our car. Promptly fell on his back and he was sore for the rest of the night. So I highly recommend wearing crampons or really good shoes so that doesn't happen. There are also quite a few tour companies out there that do offer guided tours for this particular hike. I don't recommend doing them only because it seemed rather unnecessary to me. It was a really straightforward trail, so there's no chance of getting lost. In the winter, there's not really much wildlife or vegetation to be pointed out to you. basically, it just seemed like it might be a waste of money for people who might be on a budget, but maybe I would feel differently had I actually been on a guide, because I have used guides in other places, in more tropical places, in jungles, and it has been really, really helpful for there. But for this particular place, I just don't think it would be worth it. But some people might disagree. So that's pretty much it on Johnston Canyon. Should you check this place out? If you like the outdoors, if you love winter wonderland landscapes, if you don't mind a bit of a crowd on your walking trails, if you like free things, then yes, you should definitely find this hike. If you don't like to walk outdoors, if you're not a fan of the cold, if you'd rather walk some off the beaten path trails, if you don't have access to good boots or crampons, then maybe you should just skip this and do something else. And of course, there are a ton of other things to do in Banff. If you need a couple ideas, check out my other videos. Bye!